This is the news on Honor 103.5 FM. Honor FM News. Accurate, transparent, undiluted. We go deep. We bring you the news behind the news. Honor FM News. If it's new, then it's news.
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on Honor 103.5 FM Ibadan. I am Oluwatobi Ojumu. First, the headlines. On the national scene, Vice President Shetima returns to Abuja after African Union Summit engagement in Ethiopia. On the foreign scene, President Tinubu urges release of South Sudan Vice President, supports peace. China confirms visa-free access for Canada, United Kingdom visitors from February 17. In the business world, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission pledge collaboration to boost regulation investments. In sports, Super Eagles to face Jordan in friendly amid World Cup uncertainty. Now, the news in details. Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima has returned to Abuja after representing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the 39th Ordinary Session of the Assembly of the African Union Heads of State and Government and the 30th AU General Assembly in Addis Ababa, where leaders discussed sustainable water availability and sanitation under the Agenda 2063 framework. During the February 14th to 15th summit, Senator Shettima participated in high-level meetings and engagement aimed at strengthening Nigeria's diplomatic and economic ties. On behalf of President Tinubu, the Vice President also called for greater health security sovereignty across the continent, stressing the need for Africa to reduce dependence on foreign aid and build resilient homegrown health systems. Troops of the 32 Artillery Brigade of the Nigerian Army in Akure, Ondo State, neutralized two suspected armed terrorists during a tactical operation along the Akunu-Agao-Kakoko Road on Saturday. The troops deployed at the forward operating base in the community acted on credible intelligence regarding the movement of suspected criminals in the area and swiftly mobilized to intercept them. In a statement issued today to journalists in Akure, the brigade spokesperson, Major Irabao Njoka, said the operation was carried out following intelligence reports and led to the successful engagement of the suspect. Major Njoka assured residents that the brigade would continue to work closely with other security agencies and local stakeholders to maintain safety, urging members of the public to provide timely and reliable information to support efforts to eliminate criminal activities in the state. And on to the foreign scene in Africa, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to the swift implementation of South Sudan's revitalized peace agreement, urging the immediate and unconditional release of Vice President Riek Machar and other detained opposition figures during the African Union High-Level Committee for South Sudan Summit in Addis Ababa. Represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the meeting held on the margins of the 39th AU Assembly, President Tinubu called for an all-inclusive national dialogue and reconciliation process, urging all parties to engage constructively in mediation efforts without preconditions to secure lasting peace. President Tinubu further stressed that national unity, allied consensus, and credible, transparent elections are essential to South Sudan's transition, reiterating Nigerian support for the transitional government of national unity and broader regional efforts to stabilize the country and advance sustainable development. And on to Iran, where the foreign minister, Mr. Abbas Araghchi, has arrived in Geneva for a second round of nuclear talks with the United States aimed at reducing tensions and averting a wider conflict, as Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei warned that further confrontation could destabilize the region. In a statement issued today on X, Mr. Arakshi said that the renewed negotiations come amid heightened military deployment by Washington, while the foreign minister had talks with Rafael Grossi of the International Atomic Energy Agency over inspections of Iranian nuclear facilities and the agency's role in the mediated discussion. The foreign minister is also scheduled to meet Oman's foreign minister by bin Ahmad al Busaidi, as Tehran insists it will not accept zero nuclear enrichment or negotiate its immersive program despite ongoing diplomatic efforts. And now to China, where the country has confirmed that citizens of the United Kingdom and Canada will be able to travel to the country visa-free from Tuesday, February 17 until December 31, 2026, following agreement announced after a separate visit to Beijing by the country's prime ministers Keir Starmer and Mark Carney. Both leaders met with senior Chinese officials, including President Xi Jinping, in January to strengthen relations and discuss measures such as easing travel restrictions for their citizens. China's foreign ministry confirmed yesterday that the visa-free policy for British and Canadian nationals will take effect from tomorrow and remain in place through the end of the year. And now moving on to the business world, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency and the Nigeria Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission have agreed to strengthen collaboration to improve regulatory oversight and attract greater investments into Nigeria's maritime and upstream oil and gas sectors. This commitment was disclosed in a statement by NIMAS spokesperson Ozagi Edward, following a working visit by the agency's Director General, Dr. Dayo Mubere Ola, to NUPRC Chief Executive Mrs. Eyose at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja, where both sides stressed the importance of coordinated regulation to ease business operations and boost federal revenue. During the meeting, the agency noted that fragmented oversight can delay projects and increase compliance cost, agreeing that harmonized standards and aligned enforcement would enforce investor confidence, improve efficiency, and strengthen competitiveness across the sectors. The agency also recognized the close link between NIMASA's Maritime Agency and environmental duties and NUPRC oversight of upstream petroleum operations, pledging deeper interagency engagement to support safer offshore activities, stronger environmental protection, and a more stable investment climate. And finally, on the world news in sports, the Super Eagles are set to face Jordan national football team in an international friendly in Hama in March as part of Jordan's preparations for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Nigeria's participation will depend on FIFA's ruling over the eligibility protects against the Democratic Republic of Congo, while the team is also discussing another possible match friendly with Iran. Jordan, coached by German Salami, will be making the first World Cup appearance and have been drawn in a tough group alongside title holders Argentina, Algeria, and Austria. And that was the world news on Ono 103.5 FM Ibadan. But before we go, here is a recap of the main highlights. brought a report from the national scene that that Vice President has returned to Abuja after African Union Summit engagement in Ethiopia. On the foreign scene, China confirms visa-free access for Canada, United Kingdom visitors from February 17. In business, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission pledged collaboration to boost regulation and investment. And in the world of sports, Super Eagles to face Jordan in friendly amid World Cup uncertainty. That's it on the world news on Ono 103.5 FM Ibadan. I am Oluwatobi Ojumu. Thank you for listening. Good afternoon.